joined the current match already in progress. They started faster than I could restart. That's fine. I don't mind. I'd prefer this to be a quick set. I'm debating on whether I'm going to be able to stick around for the final, folks, because if this takes another 3 hours, we're at 11 o'clock. Another 3 hours, that's 2 a.m. I got a 3-hour drive after this. And I got to work at 7, so we'll see what we can do, but hoping we can make that final happen for you, but it's got to go quick or I'm just going to run out of time. Next time, I'll book the Monday off work. So we're back. That'll be 1 for Roland. So picking up the stream where we left off, like I said, they're a little faster starting than I was. Actually had it crash a little bit there. Had to restart the whole thing. Fortunately, I type a little faster than the snail and I was able to get it up and running fairly quick. That being said, 1-0 for Roland, about to break him up. 9-ball comes short of that side pocket. 8-ball didn't move much at all. That's looking pretty dry. Just doing a little bit of sharing maintenance. Let me see here if I could find it. Maybe I can share. And there we go. Belong to a few clubs all around the world, so the more people we can get watching, the better it is for pool. All right, there we go. Shared back around. Probably missing a couple stats while I fooled around with that, but we'll just pick up where we left off and see what we can do. Yeah, I think if we don't start that final by 10 o'clock, I don't know, the way that last one went, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the final. But let's focus on the B-side final and see how they get through the racks. James looking at that 2, trying to figure out how he can get down there for that 3. Decided not to get down there for the 3, but just play the safety. Might have been a bit of a two-way, bank the 2 and get down there for the 3. Just noticing over the last the last set that we were playing that today Roland hasn't seemed to figure out the one rail kick. He's made a few of them. Well, to be fair, he's made a few of them and missed a few, and who doesn't? So maybe I'm being a little bit harsh, but see what he does with the 2. See if he can lengthen out that angle. A little bit of left-hand side, spin it into the 2. Both fellas, 624 Fargos. Ed hadn't noticed that was ball in hand, so in good sportsmanship fashion, Roland decided to point it out to him. And James acknowledging the fact that Roland didn't have to tell him that. It's not his responsibility to pay attention to what his opponent knows or doesn't know. But still nice to see good sportsmanship like that. Not so sure that 3 goes by the 9. He's going to have to be playing the combo there. That's not better. Of course, I don't think we'll have much of a view there either. We'll switch back and wait and see what he does. Looking around, probably going to have to shoot that 5-9 combination. Not too bad of a combination as far as combinations go, but we'll see what he does with it. Not sure what his angle is on that 6. Looks like he might have enough. It's pretty tight from that view. Like and share the stream, folks. B-side final 624 Fargo's going at it. This match is worth 1,050 for third, 1,600 for second, so $550 swinging payday. That's more than a bag of cheesies. Nicely done. Probably going to take this 7 up past the 8. Just a nice smooth stroke on that. Just pop it into the side rail. It'll be fine. Just like that. Advantages and disadvantages of playing right away. For example, Mr. Hobbs has been sitting for a while, may have cooled a little bit, but at the same time, he's not dealing with the disappointment of losing a hill-hill match on his last turn at the table. Racking him and stacking him, taking no time at all. I like to see that speed. Good snap on the break there. Nothing falling in though. 5 tried, 6 tried to help it, but kicked it a little late. Kicked it out of the way. Mr. Hobbs is just going to take that rack off the table. And he's probably going to step up and pop that 1-8 into the corner. Gary Garvin, this tournament is being played at the 15th Street Bar and Grill in Auburn, Washington. The good folks have been kind enough to let our tournament director, David Ringler, organize this and hold it here. We've been hogging space in their hall for 2 days now. It's a great tournament, $210 entry fee. Race to 11, 10 ball, winner breaks, rack your own. Haven't heard anything about anybody breaking funny or racking funny, so all seems to be rolling smooth. Just like Mr. Hobbs threw this rack with the 3-7 combination. You didn't think that wasn't going, did you? Slices the 3 in, gives a favorable rub on the 4. Rolling over at his table, giving a couple of little taps there for a nice shot with good position play over the 4. Just come straight across the table here. Oh, he's going to watch out there. That's got to slow down. That looked like it had enough speed to have dangerous thoughts. I'll restart the audio there, Mason. Thanks very much. Yeah, I can hear it now. Hear that out. How's that? That a little better? Yeah, the audio engine, I downloaded to handle the 2 headsets and the audio from the computer so I can have some music playing while we're waiting sometimes. Seems to have a flaw or two. And not being a tech guru, I don't know what it is. So, James Hobbs taking that rack, basically saying he's not going to go away. I will, Gary. When Roland is shooting, James is sitting right beside me here, so that's why I was calling him Mr. So like I said, this is the B-side final. Roland Stock versus James Hobbs. Both 624. James is from Tacoma. Roland is from Anchorage, Alaska. I thought I had a long drive home. I know, not funny. Rack number 4 comes apart. Ball's dropping everywhere. James will be doing well if he can see enough of that 1 to make something work. And I won't get a chance to say hi to him for you, Gary, unless he misses a ball or plays safe, which that's going to get there. He's put it up next to the 4, which I get because it limits how Roland can kick at it, but that's about jumping distance. And sure enough, he's reached for the short stick. A little foul there by Rollins. Brought James back to the table with a couple of balls to make. Setting up nice in the 10. Roland taps it, gives it to James. We're looking at a 2-2, knotted up. Well, if that's any indication, it's not going to be a short match either. However, considerably faster. Now, I did start one game into it. We'd already started the first game, so call it 20 minutes for 4 games. That's good pace. Good pace entirely. Downtown, Kenny Brown hanging around, watching some pool tonight. Find out Kenny's probably also down in his garage playing pool, or he's out at league somewhere. Rack number 5. Winding up, letting them drift. 8 and the 5 headed to the side pocket. 8 drops, 5 refuses the access door by hitting the pin on the side. Yeah, Patrick, I don't think we're going to need the clock at all on this match. These two fellas have been here all day. They're not interested in wasting any time. They're going to get through this and get this done. If they get done quick enough, I'll try and do the final. But come midnight, I turn into a pumpkin and got to start. Oh, it can't even be midnight. Bank in the 1, bankside. A little bit of a reversal. Got to get some speed on that cue ball. That's going to work. That's going to give him a nice little angle to cut that 2 in and bring that cue ball all the way back down table for the 3. Thread this through and run it around. Nice and soft. A bit of a two-way shot there. He's ended up playing safe with a shot at the 3. I think Roland is going to be coming through. Oh, he's going to kick off the end rail. Maybe hit it full in the face. Push it up past the 7 or the 5. And he's done that. I think he was hoping to get a little bit of a safety out of there. And in reality, the odds are pretty good that he was going to. Just didn't seem to come through. So that leaves that 2 ball cutting into the bottom right corner pocket. Probably roll it just nice and easy, roll it out. 2 rails back out into the center of the table. Maybe up by the 4. Nope, kept it a little slow. It's a little long. Not too bad though. You can still pot this in the side. Leave the cue ball here for the 4. I don't know what he's going to do with the 5 though. The 5 being tied up with the 7 like that. Might want to leave himself some angle to come across, maybe get a little bit of a fortunate rub on it. And that's exactly what he's done. Just leave himself a little bit of right hand angle headed over to that 5. We'll see if we can switch the camera angle there to get a look over his shoulder. Couldn't have hit that better. It's a great shot to come across, just rub that 7 out of the way and still land on the 5. Probably going to roll forward a bit. Let me just switch views. A little slow. Come up a little bit shorter than we wanted, I think. Because right now, he's going to be a little bit hard pressed to get over there. But not hard pressed. He just needs to put a little spin on it, that's all. That's going to be a little slow. But he's got there. That's not so thin you can't like what you see there. Seven ball in the corner pocket. Leads to a decent looking look at that 10 ball. To it, he drains it. That'll put him up 3-2. So we don't have too much in regards to stats yet, so no need to flip through that. Do have the challenge bracket there. And as you can see, no, you can't see. So we'll just go back to the main one and I'll sort that out. First scratch on the break from James. We'll see how that affects everything. It's going to bring Roland to the table with ball in hand. And the trickiest one out there might be the 7 with the 9 blocking its nearest pocket. 2 ball might be a little tight going past the 9, but it should still work. think James is going to try and twist that 2-ball on the long bank. A little bit of left-hand side to help it along. No, but that is going to go in the pocket. He's not going to like getting this table back. Wow. Well, being a 625 and under pool tournament, betting on a 624 to win it is not a bad idea. And look, we got two 624s in the B-side final. On the other side, you got a 616 in Will Hill waiting in the hot seat. What a thin little nip on that 3-ball, and to get the nice rolls to come over there and hook them back. There's not much you can do with that. That's going to work every time. A little bit of airborne fuel here. That's going to bounce out, not going to set up near that corner. Well, that 9-ball might have helped him out, though. You can play that a little bit more full. Carom the 3 off the 9. Slow the cue ball down to come out and around for the 4. Just like that. As long as you don't get trapped by the 7. Had too much speed for that. He's got a little bit of a problem with the 6, though. He's stuck to the rail, so he can't jack up and spin it back. It's going to be a bit of a tough one. But he's getting through it. And all you need is a chip and a chair, a look and a stroke. I don't know, Ken. It was Ed in the start of the draw, and then they've changed his actual logged-in name to James Hobbs. But I do recall seeing it was Ed at the start. I'll just ask him in a little bit. There. We'll just tweak that a little bit. Roland wants to get one of these back here. And that'll be the one he gets back. 3-3. All tied up. Rack number 7 coming down the pipe. Rack number 7. Roland set to smash them apart. Arm's got to be getting tired by this time of the weekend. Hey Tyler, I shot pretty good. Made a few too many mistakes, but finished up tied for 7th and 8th. So got a little bit more than my money back. Pretty happy overall. And I got to stand here and talk about pool all weekend. So Roland's got a ball off the break there. He's at 2 for 3 with successful breaks with only 1 dry break, no fouls. Just picking the template out of the table. That's going to work. That's going to work nicely. To get that any better, you'd have to pick it up and place it. Oh, it's all good, Tyler. All good. Guess I should have practiced more. But we'll rectify that when I get back home. Probably going to go into the pack here. Bump a few things out, change the complexion of the table. He changed it all right. Not so sure he changed it for the better. That 3 ball does not go past the 8. Doesn't look like it goes past the 8. Yes, Ken, as far as I know, all the matches are going into Fargo rate. Unless I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure David said that was going to happen. Looks like he's typing on his phone, probably going to answer you in a second. And Junior Juco, these are 7-foot diamonds. It's what most things are moving towards, so you can fit more of them in a hall. I do not mind them. I prefer the 9-foots. But at the same time, I understand why more and more places are moving to 7-footers. I did the math there real quick on actual square footage of a table. And a 7-footer takes up, slate-wise, 24.5 square feet. A 9-footer is 40.5. So you can see why pool halls want to fit more of those in there than 9-footers. That's got to figure something out for the 7-ball here. No, he doesn't. He's going to play safe and let Roland do that. Although, I can't tell. Can't see that angle very well from here. He may have room through here. Oh, no, he's got the short stick out. Airborne. Hoo-ah. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Roland. Good to see you again. Hope things are going well. And that's just uncool. Completely uncool. That's the story right here. Too many fouls, although Not sure how you could pin that one on Roland. That's a great shot to make the 6. And pretty unlucky to slide off it and come across for that scratch. Okay, got a little bit of a player break going on. It'll be back in just a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to put the tunes on and take a small break myself. So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Sorry about the music, Junior. Got to keep it non-copyright, and I figured if I download the stuff from Facebook in its royalty-free music folder, then I'm not going to get into trouble. Heck of a hit. As like I said earlier, they don't like those copyright infringement lawsuits, so they shut you down pretty quick. Yep. That's a little thin. I can take a look. Hold on, folks. Got to take a look at the video. Got to take a review on that. Gonna pull this up, see what we can do. And right infringement lawsuits, so they shut you down pretty quick. I'm not sure if we can see it on the. Yep. Okay, this is where. That's a little thin. I can take a look. Just had to double check and see if that was a good hit. Couldn't quite tell, but didn't look like it moved, so. Judgment was made to make it a foul. Ball in hand to Ed. And like we remarked earlier, no need for a shot clock with Ed. He's not going to waste anyone's time. Not gonna make everybody happy. Just the way it is. Not everybody has the same taste in music. Not everybody has the same taste in entertainment. Not as fortunate as he would have liked to brush by that too. Still has the bank to the side. Ed just letting Roland know that it's not frozen. Still think he's going to bank this to the side. Play the weight. So pocket weight. And he should come. I'll switch to the other view because if he can play the pocket weight to the two ball to the bank side, leave the cue ball in this area. Bit of a two-way shot. And I'm bumping the table. It's actually leaked out on him, but he's disturbed the 3, so Roland's got to come up with a shot here to pot this 2 in this bottom left corner pocket and somehow draw it back. Just try and draw that back so we can take the 3 in the side. Depends on what he's got for an angle there. He may run it forward, but I expect he's going to power up the stroke. Try and draw that right back to where he is right now. Nicely done, nice clean hit. Left himself a good 3 to the side. And it's a short little road map to Run Out City. Maybe we should change it to Get Out. It's got a good angle on the 4. It just needs to come, either spin it this way, take 9 to the bottom right, or pop it out across. Either way works. It's a personal choice, depending on how you feel. Oops, wrong button. And that's going to lend it to a nice 2-rail positional shot somewhere in there. Probably not along that line, because cue balls don't move like that. Okay, maybe along that line. Sets up nice for a little cut to the right. Just kind of rub that horn on the way in, but that'll count. That's 9 games into the B-side final. We got Ed Hobbs leads Roland Stock 5-4. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. Can't change it if I don't know it's broke. And if it's not broke and you like what I'm doing, let me know so I can make sure I keep doing it. One hour in, 9 games. Heck of a break from Roland there. Cue ball flying into the atmosphere, coming back down onto earth to land. And he's got a couple of balls. No look at the 1 though. 3's down, 9's down. probably going to push out off this break. Junior, there's quite a few open tournaments in this area. It's actually a pretty healthy area for pool. A lot of good players, a lot of good people. They're all involved in putting things together. All the way from Tacoma to Bellingham, the whole Pacific Northwest, all the way down to Oregon with the Bigglebox. And all the tournaments and support they give pool. That's a great hit by Roland. If that cue ball stops behind the 6, he's gotten really fortunate to hook Ed. One drawback here is Ed can use a short stick. And with the way that's laid up, I would expect him to make this one ball. Maybe even come off the side rail and have some decent shape on the 2. Junior, you might want to check out some of the Facebook pages. Northwest Billiards, PNW Pool, I think it's called. There's a page, if you want to message me, I'll forward you to the page that one of the ladies in the Pacific Northwest here has started and maintains that lists a lot of little bar tournaments or bigger. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about there, Junior. I don't remember her name just off the top of my head, and I think it's Jacqueline. Probably getting that wrong, but I haven't met her, but she does seem to post quite a few tournaments in the area. Promoting, keeping everybody busy. If you do go to an establishment that has a pool tournament, order a meal there. Order a drink or 2. It's tough enough to get them to support pool if we're headed out there and then nobody's spending any money there. It doesn't make them want to continue that type of support. Roland got incredibly unlucky there trying to pop that 4 ball out so he could play a little easier. Went right between the 4 and the 8, in behind the 8 and come out the other side. Yeah, he's fortunate to have a look at the 2. That may be all he needs. Just looking at the other camera view here. There is space in here that if you're in the right spot and you're close enough, you could feather that 4 ball off the 8 in the side. Still can work. And that's what it looks like he's going. He's gonna get there. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes this. Mr. Mike Callum, Mr. Tom Joyce, stopping by to check out the late night. Okay, it's not really late. It's late for me because I know what's coming in the next few hours. Roland elects to play safe there. We'll see how that turns out. I think Ed has a 1 rail, 2 rail kick, and that 4 ball is in off that 8 in the side. Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that's where he's calling it. See if we can get a nice look at this here. That drops that in there. Oh. He may be all right. He may also be corner hooked. Oh, that's deep in that pocket. I doubt there's any way he can see that 5. He's looking 3 rails. A little bit of siding to pull it straight because I think the 8 might be blocking the natural 3 rail line. Yeah, Ed's normally a pretty quick player. I don't blame him for taking his time on this one. Got it figured out. Trying to go 1 rail, a little bit of siding to shorten it up past the 10 or drive it through the 10-6. Tall order. A good attempt, though. Ball in hand to Roland. He's made it here all the way from Anchorage, Alaska. I know if he's driving, he's got a heck of a lot longer drive to go home than I do. He's probably flying. Still a long way to come for a pool tournament. Don't know if that's the only reason he's here, but setting him up to knock him down. Let's see what he's got for that side view. See if we can see if that 7 might go past the 8. Might. I'm not going to say it does. Got a little bit of angle. Not a whole ton. But he's drawing that back perfect. So if that goes by that 8, he's going to be able to put it there from there. Trying the carom on the 8. He's left the combo for Ed Hobbs. Oh, Ed's made the combo, but not the way he wanted. That 7 ball has come up right up to that rail. It's not frozen. He's probably just gonna trade some places here. Put that 7 ball here. Leave that cue ball here. If he can get it there. Nope, he's gonna drive it all the way down table, I guess. Wow, I couldn't have been more wrong. The more I think I know, the more I prove I don't know. Decided he didn't like the kick. It's gonna force Roland to make something happen here. Roland's gonna try and give it right back to him. Not sure I can get there in time. Nope. 7 balls frozen to the rail. According to Roland, Ed's gonna take a look. Ed agrees, the ball is frozen to the rail. Ed taking a walk around the table, just checking out any options, any different angles. Oh, makes a nice kick. Unfortunately, follows it in. And that'll tie it up, 5-5. The way this is going, folks, I am not going to be able to do the final. Got to get to work in the morning. Got a heck of a drive still to go to get home. So we'll do this one, and we'll have to leave it to somebody with a cell phone. Because I can't imagine the final is going to be a quick affair. Seven ball, eight ball on the side, 7 ball narrowly missed. Roland set up on the one. Wide open rack, nothing tied up, nothing funny. Just needs to get out. Picking things apart, working it out. Just making sure he's on the right side to get to the right side, to get to the right side to get out. That's going to work. Let's see if we can get a view of that on the other angle. Yeah, he's got enough angle there. We'll switch back and look. By the time he has to play down to that 4 ball, which is in the middle of the table, he's not going to have to roll far. Four ball on the side, float that cue ball down, try and avoid the 10. Last thing you want to do is touch the 10 ball and move it in towards the 5 and restrict your space even more. So he's going to draw off this 4 ball into the side rail. Just like that, nicely done. Switch it up. He's got some angle there. He can just pull this cue ball off that 5, off the rail, straight out to here. Wants to leave a little bit of angle so that he can come up for the 7. Miss Arena King back in the house. Watching a little pool on Sunday night. Oh, I got to switch camera views here as Roland backs up pretty close to the view. Probably play this 2 rails for the 7 now. I'm looking at the angle. Go long from that side. And how many times do we get nabbed by that darn side pocket? Just another roll it in shot. Nice smooth stroke from Roland. Sets himself up pretty good for that 9. Just into the side rail and out. And 10 ball in the corner, that's that ball game. I've fallen behind on my stats. A little too tired. And there goes the audio engine again. Gonna have to fix. Quick little restart, tidies it up. Mr. Hoiberg, what are you doing up this late? Hard time given to Rob today. Check. Six to 5, halfway through. Stacked, ready to crack. 10 balls at the other end of the table. About to meet a little white one with great velocity. Not as clean as I've seen him break before, but he's going to get a couple of balls to drop. He's going to get a look at the one. Ooh, that's not as good a look at the one as I thought it was. I thought he had room to go past that. He may still, but he may have to elevate. Good point, Rob. Good point. Wait a minute. How could you be well rested if you're on vacation for a week down in Las Vegas? You didn't do it right if you're coming back to work well rested. In Vegas for the Moscone Cup and you come back rested? Roland's just taking a little bit of time, trying to decide whether it actually goes by. See, now that makes more sense, Rob. Okay. Roland rattled that one ball in the corner pocket, but he's left Ed a kick at the one or a swing through the air on the vine of a jump cue. He's kicking at it. Coming between the 2 and the 10. Gonna try and kick that one ball up in the bottom right-hand corner pocket as we're looking at it. He's gonna have some speed on it. Make sure he gets some separation between the two, maybe? Nope. Just went around it. So the fouls are even, about 3 apiece if I've got my numbers right. Up to 61, folks. Watching the B-side final between Roland Stock and Ed Hobbs. Both 624 Fargo. Score right now is 6 for Roland, 5 for Ed. Roland coming to the table with the ball in hand. Looking and figuring out and seeing what he can do. Yeah, you'll see him give himself a few degrees of angle on this one just to go into the side rail, check the speed, come right back to about where he is. A little longer. Two ball going right by the 10. Cue ball. Probably coming one rail and up. Just looking at it. Got stuck by the 10. I think he's got room past those two balls there. Yeah, he's got room. Did he just want to make short work of this one? Pot the 3 in the bottom right, roll the cue ball up, leave himself the 4, come back around 2 rails for the 6-10. Not sure what that side view looks like. He's got room between the 9 and the horn. Oh, he's got room. Room for days. He didn't want to run into the 4, but he's still come out all right. As far as I know, John, yes, the winner of this match will have to double dip the hot seat. And considering how long the A final went, I'm not going to try. I can't stay that late. If it went to a double dip, I might be here till 4 a.m. I have a 3.5-hour drive home, and I work at 7, so the math just doesn't add up. Sets himself up for the 10. The 9 ball being there does actually make it a little tighter. It's not the best. Switch that view so you can see what's going on. But if he does hit the 9, doesn't hit it too hard, it'll still wobble in. Didn't even hit the 9, rolled it straight through. That will put him at 7. I think that's the case. Let me check the poster I've got up on here, see if there's any details on that. Race to 11 both sides. Doesn't say anything about the final. They may change it depending on what's going on. 7-5, Roland leading Ed. Race to 11. Oof. Cue ball did everything but fall down there. Made a couple balls. He's got work to do here. See you on Wednesday, Rob. Oh, wait a minute, I don't play this Wednesday. And that 1 ball doesn't play in the corner pocket this evening. Decided it had enough, or it hasn't had enough, and it's going to stay on the table for a little longer. Ed's hampered a little bit by the 6. Just going to roll that in, take what the table leaves him on the 2. A little tough up over the 6 like that. One ball on the side. Not quite there. It's part of the problem of doing streams like this is you're always close to the players, so I'm always worried that they're going to hear what I'm saying. Might have to build a little booth, keep the sound shield back. The mic does a pretty good job of cutting out the music in the back. Gary, I'm not quite sure. I'm not from here. Not from here. I'm from a little further north. But I'm sure one of the other folks watching the stream will be able to tell you. 2 ball hanging around in this rack. Just need to thin it and get right back down there. Everybody's getting tired, folks. Right, I guess I'll see you there, Rob. Sistos, got it. Well, that might get the job done. Let's switch cameras and see how far off the rail that 3 is. That looks like it might be far enough to slice it in there. 4 balls hanging out in the middle of the table by that side pocket, so So long as you're on the left-hand side of our screen, you're going to be okay. And that'll do too. A little bit of a right-hand spin shot. Have it slide on the first rail and stick on the second rail and spin back up table. Just like that. That'll get him a little farther than he wanted though. He's going to have to jack up and draw this back, I think. Tom, welcome back to the stream. Doesn't have to do too much actually here now that I look at it from that angle. You can just roll it into the side rail, bounce it right back out. Picture perfect. Now the only thing you don't want to be is you don't want to be dead straight in on that 7. You roll forward, get some angle, find some sort of cover. It's also hard sometimes when you get a line of thought in your head, like don't be straight in, don't be straight in, don't be straight in. Well, your subconscious doesn't apparently hear the word don't. And the next thing you know, you're straight in exactly the way you didn't want to be. Positive imagery is so important in this game. I think I read a quote once from Efraez. He says, all the shots are easy because I've made them before I shoot them. He's made them in his head before he lets them go. Coming through the zigzag on this one behind the 10. No, went long past the 10. That's got to slow down. Wow. That's going to be a bit of a pickle there. He is going to have a hard time getting off the rail just to cue that 10. But he can do it. Jack up, give a little pop. Let the rail itself deflect it away. Now, of course, if you hit it perfect, then you're just kind of left with what you've got. I noticed that when the guys put a little bit of pace on this, they rattle a little easier. The guys that have been rolling them in a little better or a little slower seem to have a little bit more luck. So watch the pace. Well, okay, I was wrong. Rolled it in. Just missed the line. That'll make it 7-6 for Roland. Have a little discussion down there at the end of the table. Yeah, I'm talking a little loud, I guess. Keep it to a whisper for the rest of this match. It has quieted down in here quite a lot. So we'll just up the fader gain so it's a little louder, a little easier for me. Ed, you have no idea how hard it was for me to get that 15 sitting in there. Just thought I'd do a little bit of free advertising for 15th Street as they're the ones hosting our little tournament here, letting us all to get together and have a fun weekend of pool. Oh, look at that. It's on the back of Roland's shirt now. This is the B-side final, so there's only 3 people left in the tournament. Both of these fellows have lost once before, so yes, this is the loser's bracket. Winner will go on to face Will Hill in the final. Tic-tac-toe here for the rest of this run out. The only one that's going to be tricky is that 8-ball. And it's not too bad because the 6 isn't far away. Roland taking no time on that ball. Just checking to see what kind of angle he wants on that 5. Looks to be a little straight. Probably just have to stop it there, draw back a little bit maybe. Just doesn't want to get on the wrong side of that 9, shooting the 8. Gotta play that 6-ball in the corner. Gotta keep that line. Just a little bit of top spin should bring him into the 9. Maybe kick the 9 over that way. Leave the cue ball here for the 8. Well, a little bit too much into the 9. Got the bank side. Draw that cue ball right back to there. Yeah. Well, didn't make the bank. Did get on the 9. He's left a bit of a tester for Ed. Table length rail to rail down into the corner. Saving grace is you've got natural shape to the 9. You do have to watch you don't get too much topspin on that off that side rail and scratching the corner, but I think you'd have to be putting some left on it to actually get over there. Straight top, falls in there. It's a great shot to get on that 9. We've lost the ambient sound of the music. Just needs to have the cue ball come off the rail a hair. And then he's setting up to put that 10-ball in that bottom left corner pocket to tie this up at 7. Well, it's a race to 4 now, folks. I'd flip over to the stats sheet at this time, but frankly, I'm tired and haven't been keeping up with it. All of these matches, I'm going to try and get time over the next few weeks to go over them again, redo the commentary, redo the audio, maybe see if I can get a guest commentator on some of them. Might break them into a couple of videos for that A-side final at the 3.5 hour mark. May edit it down for time's sake. Might not be a bad idea. A little bit of a player break. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired, so I've been talking a little louder, and a couple of the players both the players can hear me out there, so we'll try and That probably doesn't sound creepy, does it? Jay Hancock. Joining the stream, sitting in on the house. Oop. Head not quite getting through to that one. I'm just going to take a break, folks. Got to get a little something to drink here. Getting a little dry. back for a little bit. Audio engine has obviously failed. That should be better. Ed with a long look at the one. 210 is set up. If you can get on it just like that. I missed a game while I was gone, so it's 8-8. That'll make it 9-8. Ed working through the racks. Nice break. Forgot to switch the view again. Sorry about that. He's on the wrong side of that 8. Unfortunately. Just going to call a push. Leave that problem to Roland. One 7 might go. Nope, decided to play safe. Not quite sure he got there. See if the other camera angle affords a better view. I think Ed can get at that one. If he can't, straight at it, which he can. He's lining up that way. Well, he's hit the one. Didn't quite get clear, so he's left. Rolling a bit of a shot at it. In and out. Set up for the 2. This could be Roland's rack. That 9 ball's kind of hampering what Roland can do with that cue ball. But he's hit the 3 well. Left himself a nice look at the 4. Just needs to avoid things to get out and around. Sorry for the shaking, folks. That camera on that tripod isn't the most stable, so I'll have to invest in getting a different tripod. That's what I think he's going to do. Got the cue ball clear, but was unable to pocket the 4. Sorry if I'm a little quieter right now. It's just I got some of the players are right beside me, so trying to keep it down. Last thing I want to be is some sort of influence on how they're shooting or distracting them. I do have plans to create a little bit of a sound booth. Needs to come a little farther. Every inch it comes makes it a little easier for Ed to pot that 7 to the side and keep the cue ball out of that corner pocket right here. Switch the camera view, see what we've got here. We've got it out of center. Let me adjust that camera. It's a little better. Got to swing that cue ball off here. And he did a great job. Wasn't near as close as I thought it was. It's not a simple shot to cut that 8 in the side. Especially not when you're sitting at 9-8. But as long as he makes that 8 in the side, he's going to have the 9-10. Just nice and easy, roll it in. Off the horn and kicked it back. That was always going to be the danger on that one. Roland looks like he's gearing up to run the cue ball up and down. That's going to be a little short. Better go by the 10. Well, now he doesn't have the option of going by the 10. Might play safe, just thin it. Gotta make sure you avoid it. Oh, he cut that in the side. Great shot. And it went a little slow, but it did go. Nine, 10-15. We've been going for how long now? An hour and 57. That's not bad. See, 2 hours to get to 9-9. That's not bad. It's a long, tough match, but still not too bad at all. 65 folks, 64 folks tuning in to watch this as we get closer to Hill. It's a try break from Roland. That'll bring Ed to the table. I think he can see part of the one, but can't quite tell. Lost the mouse. There it is. Yeah, so he can thin the side of the one. Not sure what he can do with it after he thins it, but... Okay, he's just going to kick at it off the back rail. Not a bad attempt. Not a bad attempt at all. Bringing Roland up to the table. Cue ball leaked out a little bit. Just gonna get a look at the one. Not sure what he can do with it, but he's got to look at it. Called it in the corner. Everybody's getting tired, folks. Right now, I think it comes down to who catches their second wind. Will's on another table in the background. You just see him in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Warming up, he knows the final's coming up. And for $1,000, he wants to make sure he's ready. $1,000 difference between first and second. You know, it's funny, you get this deep into a tournament and neither one of these guys is thinking about the money, they just want to get the win. Slides it past the 2. Makes the bank. Unfortunately, that 2 going by the 10 makes it look like that's a problem. That could be an issue. Yeah, it's a little bit too far back. That 10 ball's another ½ inch forward, and I guarantee you he's going for it. Unfortunately, this will be the last match that I stream tonight. I would like to do the final, but I'm just out of time. Just donated my time this weekend. Got to come out and play some good pool too, meet some really good people. Yeah, I think even Roland knew that one was going to have to be hit absolutely perfect to get in there. But he's hooked Ed. Ed's going to twist it around the 3. Kick that 2. He's ended up with not a bad leave. I'll switch to that side camera.
cue ball to come out of the road, back down here, and bank that 2 ball at the side. Not sure what else you can see. Bank that 2 of the 9. That is not what he wanted to do. It's getting late, folks. Gotta hang out and find out who wins this race to 2. Head's trying to figure out what to do with that 6. Other than lining up for that 6-10, it's going to have to be moved to be made. So if he can stop right there, then he plays this 3 ball in that corner pocket. Slides the cue across, bump this out, still get the cue up there. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That might go now. Now, if we take a look at that end view, see, the in-off is there. It didn't need much. It just needed a little nudge. Ed was able to do that. He's just going to walk around, take another look, make sure he can make that off the 9 and in. It's actually a pretty good result to do that, as long as he makes sure that 9 ball doesn't get stuck right on that horn. Somebody down the other end of the pool hall has apparently just missed a shot. Yeah, that 9 ball has set up right on that corner, on the rail right next to the side pocket. So that's always a trouble area on a pool table. You don't want to be there if you don't have to be. It's not frozen to the rail, so that's good. The question here is, can Ed make that 7 and drop past the side? Make a 7 in the corner, drop past the side. Nope, but he can still draw it into the 8 and nudge the 8 out, because when we switch camera views, if I do it before Ed gets there, oh, I'm pretty sure that still passes. Might be a little tight, but I'm pretty sure it passes. Can he cut it into the side? Yeah, he can still cut it in the side too if he wants, and I think that's where he's going. That cue ball needs to have some speed on it. It needs to hit that 9. Okay, well, that's it. He's calling the 10 ball in the corner to take the hill. stepping up to the table, potting the 9. Just needs to drive this 10 home. And that's the hill for Roland. Roland's on the hill. Running out of things to say, folks. Tired. Brain's a little foggy. Off the snap. 6 of the 8 into the side. 6 into the side. 8 ball rattles out. 7 ball might get in the road of the 1. Nope. 1 ball has left itself clean. Does go by the 9, but it is tight. I'm looking right down that line. Another good break. Just didn't quite dress up the. Just didn't quite dress up the 1 ball the way he would have liked. So he's just checking to make sure it goes by that 9. That's touchy. Set it up right in front of the side. That's going to bring it up to the table. They have some interesting tunes playing in the background here. I hope you can't hear them. If Ed can work his way through this rack, we will have another hail match. Which, according to Fargo, should be exactly what happens the majority of the time. I'm not sure exactly how he has to play this. I think he can just roll it through. Audio's breaking up. Fix that. There we go. Small adjustment. Not sure why it keeps failing. Depends on how straight he is as to what he's going to be able to do with this. Oh, he's got angle there. Come 2 rails, straighten himself up for that 8. Just needs to roll into the 8 and leave the cue ball there with as much angle as you can hold it. He had a little angle there. Driving it off the side out into the center. Rolls it over. Ladies and gentlemen, another hill match. Race to 1 for $600. Who doesn't like race to 1 for $600? So, no matter what, this is the last rack that I stream this evening. So, just want to thank everybody for stopping by all day yesterday and today, putting up with me, putting up with the music, some things went well this weekend, some things need a little bit of work. So I'll continue to try and identify those things and get a little better at this. Hail, hail, Mr. Ed Hobbs at the table. Let's see what we can have. 8 ball on the side, right straight out of the act. The 1, the 2, 4 balls setting up by the pocket. The 3 ball, I guess he's got a 3-4 combination, really. I have no idea, Will. Ed's going to have to take a look at this. It's not a straight cut and dried option here. The rest of the table's open, so this is pretty key. You've either got to go for it and make it, or duck for some cover. Didn't get the camera switched in time, sorry about that. But Ed found some cover. Very good shot. Definitely the right way of going about it. We'll see what Roland can do with this. He's going to try going 2 rails. In behind to kick that in the side. Something like that. If he can hold it there on the second rail and get the weight right, he could hook him back. He's hit the angle right. Did he get the weight right? We're going to have to switch cameras to see. I think he might have. Well, he hooked him back. Ed is going to have to kick like this, I believe. The danger with that is hitting it into the 10. But if he can hit right there, right where he was pointing, come off here and split the difference, you know, maybe he gets a little lucky. Oops, sorry, wrong button. Maybe he gets a little lucky and he can end up with the cue ball and a 3 ball. Trying to keep it down so can't hear anything that I'm saying. Oh, he didn't even have to kick at it. Now the bad news is I don't think Roland's going to have to kick at it either. He may be able to bank this. Yeah, he's looking at that bank. So thanks again to the 15th Street Bar and Grill down here in Auburn, Washington. Letting a bunch of pool players take up a lot of their tables on Saturday. Most of them Saturday morning. I think they actually were taking all of them in the large room. There's 14 7-foots in here. Double horns the 3 and has it come out sitting up. It's a TSN turning point right there. Wow, it comes so close. I thought he'd made that. To double horn it and out. Ed's got some work to do, but he can get through it. daughter was actually at home watching this. Up a little late, sweetie. Thanks, though. Hope you enjoyed it. Pretty sure that 5 goes by the 6. I don't know why I'm rubbernecking. Oh yeah, loads of room. 6 goes by the 10. Well, Ed moved the 9, but he didn't move the 9 by much. 6 has room past that 10. And as long as Ed keep that cue ball out of trouble, which means probably off this rail and out, he should be on the 7. Watch the 9. Okay, he was ahead of the 9 anyway, so still a little closer than I thought he'd be. I don't believe that he's hampered by it at all. Just has to bridge a little high to get over the side, but he wants to play this with some top anyway. Just play that in there, comes right out. Whoa, whoa, doesn't want to go past that pocket line. Yeah, he's all right there. You should be able to cheat the pocket, put the 9 in this side, and the cue ball down here. Whoa, that's got to stop. It's got to stop. Should still be able to handle this one. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Ed Hobbs defeats Roland Stock for a chance at first and second. He's in the final up against Will. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I am out of time. As it is, I'm probably not getting home till close to 3, so, or 2. So thanks very much, everybody. Good luck, and I'm sure David will update us once the final is done and let us know who's done what. In the meantime, thanks again, much appreciated, and look for some more content coming out in the next few weeks as I see what we can do with the content that we have. Thank you very much, everybody.